Hi everyone, this is Sapphire. I'm the master of Astral Projection, time travel, and remote viewing and third eye. Today I'm going to talk about Donald Trump past lives. I intentionally did a time travel to check all of his past life. And also this is very interesting video, and it's very enlightening too, and like I said before, people change time when time from time, and it change appearance and change races, and change the sex, gender, but one thing it never change is the personality, and with this all his past life right here, you can see his concept of mind, the origin, and you can see why he become today of Donald Trump, and it's very enlightening and very exciting also, I want to share with everybody. Okay. He had 15 past lives on Earth, and in 23 altogether in all the past lives, including other dimensions. All the human knows there's only one dimension, which is the Earth right here. Not exactly. There are other dimensions too. So he had 15 past lives, including this one, 15. And total 23, including these 15 past lives, because there are other dimensions too, Okay, we're gonna go by one by one, because I can do time travel, and I can travel, and also I can remote view, and I can do astral projection to see the Akashic record, and then these are what I have found out. It's very exciting, when he was born in this universe, when he was first appeared in this universe, he was a polar bear. So you can tell this will create his personality. Over there, polar bear in the North Arctic is very cold and very fierce environment. So this create a personality that to protect oneself. He had 2 lives as a polar bear, and then like I said in other video, people advance themselves gradually, especially if they are not born as a God right away. Many human beings, they were born from animal and eventually advance themselves. And then so the third life he was a bald eagle. Bald eagle, bald eagle is a symbol of America, so this could be the reason why he can become a president today, so he because he had one life as a bald eagle. And then after the bald eagle, he had one life as a lion, because he keep advancing himself. Like I said, this life is kind of typical in Buddhism, saying the animals and then gradually advance themselves. Animal and some larger animal, they have wisdom too. So he had one life as a lion. And you can just show you something funny right here. Look at the lion's hair right here. Does it look like his hair? Well, just kidding. But I'm just telling you, he has one life as a lion. And the lion is the king of the beasts. King of the jungle, So he what does that mean? He doesn't listen to anybody. And he is the king, And then after that life, he wants to become a human. So God made him into a baby, and then he was adopted in heaven, And heaven don't have a lot of births, right? There usually is adoption. So God made him into a baby, infant, and then he was adopted in heaven. But however, his adoptive parent right there was not really nice to him, the reason is because Donald Trump has a lot of opinion. Yes, and then also he swore that he wants to become someone great one day, at that time in heaven. So after the heaven, he came down to earth because he wants to become a human and make his mark, huh? And guess what? He came down to earth. He became the Greek philosopher Plato, Greek philosopher. Yeah, Plato, huh? This is according to Akashic record. So, but I'm just kind of it's fun to kind of compare them. But of course, it's not comparing the appearance, but you can see they are really similar. Look at that. Look at the eyes right there, the nose, and look at this, and then their expression. You can see the expression of the face. It is really similar. But this is not relevant. But like I said before, people change their life after life. They change the sex, gender, change the races. Change the appearance. But one thing that never change is the personality does not change, and as human we accumulate experience too, and okay, now I'm gonna talk a little bit about Plato, and you can see how much similarity Plato and Donald Trump. Plato is a Greek philosopher during the classical period in the ancient Greece, founder of the Platonist school of thought and academies of the first institution higher learning in the Western world. You can see he has a great influence in the Western world right there. Also, Plato appeared as to have the founder of Western political philosophy. Look at this one. This Western political philosophy. You can see he is a genius in politics. Put it this way, and he's famous for contribution. Bears his name, like Platonism, also ambiguously called either this and that, and the doctrine of the form, known by the Puritans to provide a realistic solution to the problem of the universal. Yeah, so you can see since that time, he was Plato. Look at that. They are so much similarity right there. He was a political genius since then. He was the Plato. It's according to Akashic record. And after that life, after the Plato passed away, he went back to heaven. But he was not happy in heaven. Why? Because heaven there's nothing to do in heaven. I mean, heaven has politics too, but it's mostly peaceful. It's not as challenging as the human on earth. And then he was very angry, and he was born again on earth. He was sent to earth because he said he does not like heaven. Yeah, and then he was born as a Chinese in the North Song Dynasty, as an emperor. Which emperor? This one, Song Hui Zong, because I'm a Chinese, so I can pronounce this one correctly. I'm gonna provide links for you that you can check these emperors and everything I talk about. Yeah, if I have to refer to something, yeah. So you can check on the description link right there. So this emperor Song Hui Zong there is 1082 to 1135. Yeah, and this emperor, when the Akashic record presented to me that Donald Trump was him, I could not believe it. I was thinking, oh, they are so much different. And why? How could he be him, right? To be this emperor? But and let me tell you a little bit story about this emperor right here. Then you will know exactly. That's Donald Trump. At that time, his greatest enemy at his time was the Qing. Eventually, this Qing dynasty took over the Song dynasty. And Qing means gold. Yeah, it's the same last name of Korean name King. Yeah, so you can see like history repeating himself. He met the Korean king right there. Yeah, and that was his biggest fear at that time in Song dynasty. Yeah, and today he's still worried about the king. The King family. And eventually, Song dynasty was destroyed by the Qing dynasty. But but it's not really his fault. Why? Because at that time the Song Dynasty, the military power is kind of weak. That's why he has no military power to win over the war. But not like today. Today we have very strong weaponry and military power in the USA. So he can really has explore all his talent here. The funny part about him, Donald Trump being this emperor, you look at this one. This is where the most interesting part, one of his past life, because he was emperor right there, and he, and for the queen and all those women back in the palace in the Song Dynasty, it's kind of boring, right? So he met a famous courtesan outside the palace. Who? This is Li Shishi, Li Sisi. In Chinese pronunciation is called Li Sisi. And guess what? At that line, Li Sisi is very famous. I'm gonna give you something about her too. She is very famous. And guess what? She is reincarnated too. She's the present life Ivana Trump. Yeah, so you can see sometimes people follow another person life after life. So Ivana Trump was this Li Sisi right there. And at that time in the courtesan house, she had a sister over there, which is the present life. This is the Melania Trump. Yeah. And also, Li Sisi over there, she had a close servant girl, which is the present life, Mara Maples. Look at that. It's kind of really funny, and because people tend to be sometimes follow each other like after life, and so they were like very close together. He's courtesan at that time, and turned out to be this side is both of his spouse in this life. And he's this emperor right there. He created his own calligraphy and everything. I will give you a link because this is not a history lesson, so I'm not gonna tell you what exactly he did in that life. Mainly he done a lot of arts and music. And he has very beautiful calligraphy in China. It's very famous. Of that life, And then when he passed away that life as an emperor, and he went back to heaven, and he did something in heaven. I don't know exactly what did he do. And he was punished and sent back to the earth again. And then when he was born on earth, he was an Indian girl, Indian. So you can see people change the races, life after life. Sometimes it's different races. So he was born as she, yes. But that girl was drowned at the age of 24. Because I guess intelligence is still. It will follow you life after life. So because she was too intelligent, and then she was not welcome there, and eventually she got drowned. Yeah. And after she died in that Indian girl life, yeah, and then and she went back to the underground. In Chinese we say underground. In American way to put it, it's like going crossover. Like after the so-called crossover, and then he was arguing with the law of the dead. The law of the dead. Now, what is law of the dead? The dead law of the dead is controlling the dead people and decide where they can go, Because at that time, she as an Indian girl, she was arguing with the law of the dead. You can see Donald Trump's personality is right there. And then he was sent again right away to the earth, And this time to punish him. So he was born in poverty, and he was Chinese also, Chinese man. But but intelligence, it seems like it will follow you life after life. So maybe it doesn't change and life after life. So he was able to achieve a government recognized title as like in Chinese we say 秀才, and in American world to put it is like scholar title shit. Is a government recognized title. So and at that life he died a wealthy man because he is able to use his intelligence to make money, and then he died wealthy that life. Yeah. And then after that life, he was born again, and 1584 as he's analyzed Korean scholar yeah. This Korean scholar right here, he was born December 26, 1536, and then he was one of the two prominent Korean Confucian scholar of the Chosen dynasty. And he's not only known as a scholar, he also remembered as a politician and reformer. There you go. Yeah, the personality does not change. So and his intelligence does not change. So he is a scholar again. Even though he's born as a Korean man, he's still a scholar and with the politician mind and the economy mind right there. And he was also known as his foresight about the national security, and he proposed to drive and reinforce the army against the possible Japanese attack. So you can see he's really insecure. Like in the Song Dynasty, he's insecure about the Jin, the king. Yeah, and then this side as a Korean, he's worried about the Japanese. He wanna. Like right now he's he wants to build a wall in the borderline. You can see that he's just extremely insecure about the borderline, when being a king or emperor, And after that life, and he went back to heaven, but he's not happy again because heaven is really useless for him because no use of his knowledge. And then he volunteered to come to the earth again. And guess what? He became a woman. That life, and then turned out to be a very famous one too. Look at this. The Vladimir Lenin, the Lenin co-worker and friend, very close friend, was Ines Armand. Yeah. Look at this lady right here. She is very famous in Russia, and she helped the Lenin many things. According to the history, that people say they have an affair together. Actually, according to the Akashic record, they are clean. They have no romance together. Put it this way, she just simply helping her. That's according to Akashic record. And she was born 1874 to 1920. She was a French-Russian communist politician and feminist who spent most of her life in Russia. And the historian Michael Pearson wrote about her. She was able to help the Lenin recover his position and hone his. This is the game right here. Will just be into a force that will acquire more power than the Tsar, and herself by 1919 she became the most powerful woman in Moscow. So you can see at that time Donald Trump, she even though she's in a women's body, she still have this political mind right there. So it's deeply enrooted in his mind right there about political and economy sense. And then so after that life, and she was reborn again as a Russian, but as a Russian man, but died very young, died in the battlefield, very young age. So that life is like almost like come for nothing. And then after this life, after being a Russian soldier, and then soon after, this life began, the life of Donald Trump. Yeah. So you can see what his temperament, the origin right there. You can see the polar bear, the very protective of himself, and the eagle, is like a very sharp mind. Yeah, and and then he become Plato on Earth. So you can see he's very intelligent, and he has a political and economy genius. And he has a tendency of being the lion, which means he's not listening to anyone. He's the king of the beasts. Yeah, and he's arrogant like the bald eagle. So you can see all of this past life right there. Yeah, and then it is reflecting his present life right here. And because he's extremely insecure about the enemy, throughout his past life, because he was in Song Dynasty, he was conquered by the king. Jin before, yeah, and then when he was Korean philosopher, and they worry about the Japanese, so you can see he's very insecure about the enemy throughout his past lives. Yeah. So this video tape can tell you everything about him, why he become today, and his intelligence is still persists, is still there. He's just intelligent and political economy genius. And I hope you enjoyed this video. And everything I found out is from the Akashic record. It's not something I made it up. So I hope you can use this video tape as a reference if you want to get to know where his personality came from, why he's feeling so insecure. Yeah, and then this a very good video tape for you as a reference to get to know him, and this where his origin is from, and his temperament. Okay, thank you very much for watching. Thank you. Yeah, if you like my video, subscribe to my video, and I will gonna have more video upload. Yeah, and I will check more celebrities past lives, because I think his past life very it's gonna be very popular, because everybody wants to get to know him, where his concept come from, and so now you can thoroughly understand him completely, because all of his past life lay out on the table right here. Okay, thank you very much. Please subscribe to my channel. Thank you.